a new testimony. Here we go. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Again and again? I seem to recall something about a single strike, but let's see. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Okay, I guess that kind of helps. Yeah. She might have called Goodman for something else entirely and then flipped out and killed him. Someone else would have killed him. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Let's do the traditional set of presses, I guess. Well, I don't know why I always do this first, but let's go see what those two chat about, if there's something interesting to use there. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. Yeah, kind of, yeah. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? Add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Actually, I have an anecdote here. A bunch of candles I've bought and burned over the holiday season have just kind of melted like a pit in the middle, but they've left a bunch of wax to the sides. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the amount of wax on the sides will affect the wick burning time that much. I don't know. It could be that I just have crummy candles that I bought, but, they're like those candles that are in like a metal cup, not like the big pointy wax ones, so maybe we're talking about big pointy wax candles here. But the ones that are in like a little metal cup, like a flat, they look like Reese's Pieces, but with a wick in the middle. Those have melted just like a little pit in the middle and left a bunch of wax on the sides, untouched. So. Let me check this. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound. I feel like we could probably use this because stabbing again and again. If she was a master stabber, she would get again and again in a single wound, but that seems a little far-fetched. But let's do the traditional presses first. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, all right. And it's you! Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Oh my god, this is so cool! Now Edgeworth is throwing shade at her! Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. Oh, that's so cool that now Edgeworth is like offended and is like passive-aggressive sniping at Ms. Starr. This is incredible. It's like there's like a 3-way fight going on here. Like, Ms. Starr, Edgeworth, and Phoenix are all going at each other. This is insane. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Or, used a different phone, like her office phone. Oh, come on. You could have tried public phone first at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Had a grudge against the victim. Fascinating. Explain why. What kind of grudge? The kind that makes her go... I can't do that. I can't do that freaking Sadako voice. My bad. No, it's not Sadako. Sadako is in Ring. I can't remember the spooky lady in The Grudge. But she makes the voice, but like way better than what I just did. I don't know how that sound was made, honestly. Anyway. Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't! That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. Although that would apply for a lot of people online.
The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in, again and again.
Now I'm gonna press her on this just for hexies before we throw down the evidence, because I think this is it. A human machine? That's a contradiction.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's eyes smell like citrus fruit. Wow, that's a good sense of smell across the court. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces.
What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Alright, this is back to the end of the case talk. How they had the candle thing. Yeah, you think about the candle, Emma, because I'm curious now as well. That's a very good question. Maybe it's just because she's a giant science nerd, but like I'm like super okay with Emma in this story, despite her like kind of like being the replacement Maya in like story beats. But like, oh my god, she's such a fun addition, like fun replacement. I super dig it. I don't know if anyone knows what like the general census is about this character. General consensus is about this character among the fandom, please leave a comment. I'm curious, but like I'm digging this character. Okay, yeah. Several is still more than one knife wound, so boo-yah. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise! Could you make food out of moss? I have this weird memory of someone making coffee out of peat moss, but I might be imagining that. Might be just one of those, you know, insane things that people make coffee out of, and I'm just imagining it wrong. There's like a coffee made in, I don't remember... Somewhere in Africa, there's a coffee made from specific nuts that have first been fermented inside an elephant. Specifically, the elephant has shat these intact nuts out, and then you dig the nuts out of the poop, and you make the coffee out of it. I think that's what they said on QI. I have this recollection. QI is an excellent show, by the way. You can get awesome trivia, like the aforementioned, as long as you remember it correctly. Okay, let's see. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. Man, that fierce look. Yikes. She is scary.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
Oh, that's really funny.
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right? That's a really funny bento. I like that.
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
Hey, we just did that a while ago in Metal Gear Solid, remember? If you guys watched the Let's Play of that, I snuck out of prison with a ketchup stain.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify!
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
A red muffler? Don't hit E for present, goddammit!
Her red muffler... What is a hold on, I've heard of muffler, but I'm not 100% sure what that is. I have to Google this real quick. What is a muffler? Is it like a scarf? Because she's not wearing a scarf in the picture. This is very important, because if it's like, it's not in this picture taken at the moment of the crime, you know, this is the obvious evidence to chuck down. Let me put... Apparently there's a DJ called Muffler. Wait, no, now I typed Muffly. Whoops. Muffly is a funny word, though. Let's put Muffler. Oh, it's a Finnish DJ! Konsta Mikkonen, also known by his artist name Muffler. He's a drum and bass and breakbeat DJ. That's kinda cool. I'm gonna have to go listen to this guy's music. Ah, here we go, I get it. A muffler is a device reducing the noise emitted by the exhaust of an internal combustion engine. Well, we can't see one in the photo here, so there's no way she had one. No, that's not the muffler we're looking for, god damn it. I know this isn't the most riveting of TV, but come on. Aha! A muffler may refer to a scarf, of which I do not see one in this picture, so this is probably the key. We're gonna press her on it anyway. Just for hexies. You shouldn't have given us this photo, Ms. Starr, because you are in trouble.
Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf.
Oh, okay, there you go. I could have just pressed her and gotten the answer. Good thinking from the, either the writers or the localization team on, like, putting that there to help out people who are like, a muffler? Like me, because I'm an idiot. I don't know how common a muffler is, so, you know. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right.
Oh yeah, Miss Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she?
I would have called that an ascot, but, you know, maybe that's what a muffler looks like. I don't know enough about scarves. I kind of want that scarf, though. That looks really cool on her. Aw, man. Yeah. I should try wearing a scarf sometime with it, like, hanging over the back of my shoulder. Aw, man. I would look so cool, and not at all like a dork trying to look cool, but failing miserably. Aw, yeah. Anyway.
But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
That's really funny.
A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound.
Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder?
Again with this one? Okay. Candles. Light a candle for me, Emma, because here I'm going in with another evidence, but I'm feeling confident about this one. So don't make that a big candle. Let's freaking go. I mean, just look at this. I do not see no damn muffler. Has she tossed it somewhere out of view? Why would she do that, I wonder? Yeah.
Miss Starr, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Oh, what? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. This is so funny. Edgeworth is going to town on Ms. Starr. I don't know if it's because he's turned a new leaf like we did in the previous cases, or if he's just so insulted by her that he's just like, I want to take this woman down a peg. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Oh my god, Edgeworth! The shade! The shade! This is nuts! I love this. Congratulations. Perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
That's funny, Phoenix. Another food reference.
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The part that the killer was... Yeah, I guess... Yeah, we got a bunch of moments where she was full of shit, but we never conclusively got something that would contradict the killer being... Lana, Miss Sky. Oh.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim.
Oh boy. But okay, at least, one thing's for sure. Freaking Miss Starr is so full of elephant nut coffee that we can probably bust her eventually. Like, honestly. She's got something fishy going on, and I aim to find out what. So, let's go.
This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
Apprehending the suspect. Let's go. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Okay, I see an immediate BS here. How? There's a fence in the way! No, well, let's keep going on. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Those are both snakes, Miss Starr.
That's me, Angel Starr.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
See, I knew, I said it myself, but I could tell someone was going to call her out on this. I knew it. Thank you, Phoenix.
Don't bother me with details, unless you want to get bitten.
No, thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Yeah, hasn't done the Batman-style acclimating to toxins thing yet, Phoenix. You should probably get on that. You're going to get a lot of enemies throughout your career, I suspect, so, no.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Yeah, an oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Wow.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
She does seem pretty tough. I can believe that she could knock over an oil drum, even if it was full of oil. I could accept that, actually. But let's see what else is going on here. Run behind a partition off to her. Oh, I do remember the partition. I do remember that. There is like that weird, like, yellow pointy wall bit in the area. We'll look at it in the map in a second. That's funny that's part of the testimony, the resistance is futile thing.
So, Miss Sky tried to run?
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Don't worry, Emma, I got this. We're gonna do the presses as per usual. Looks like we're a little low on episode time, so I might leave a pseudo cliffhanger with the here. We're gonna do the presses, but I might not have time to chuck down the evidence, so I think we'll do that next time. I'll just have a quick look at the map, though. Don't press E for present, goddammit. Whew, gotta tell that myself. There's the partition. It's that pointy bit next to the telephone, see? So that part checks out. We're not gonna nail her on that part. But how she quickly got to her, I think that's suspect. I think that's what we can start pressing her on. Oh, I mean, presenting her on. But let's do the presses today and then call there. Let's do it.
So, where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
No, that's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then?
She gave chase, quickly caught her. Yeah, why don't you explain how you quickly caught her?
You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details?
Sure, let's go.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
Oh no, the fact that they bring it up here means something's fishy about this.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away?
Because she was stopped to make a phone call. Right?
Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Wow, okay, good on the game for, like, shooting me down. Like, it sucks that I got shot down, but, like, good on the game to, like, really, like,
point out, no, that's not the avenue to pursue here. Like, wow. Like, but now I'm like a little spooked, because I'm like, what do I take her down on then, if not the chain link fence in the way? She mentioned the Muffler.
She mentioned the Muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Yeah, so was she running away or talking on the phone, or was she talking while running on the phone?
Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. But didn't Emma say that it hung up immediately? She saw the phone on the wall? So there's a couple of things here that we need to think about. Next time, of course. Let's press her one more time, because this is really funny, this line. I want to hear what they say. There's a couple of things to consider here in a second. I'll explain.
She made to escape? Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
Huh?
What? That was a weird voice for the judge. Sorry, I was the wrong character there. This always happens near the end of the recording when I've jumped around a million voices. I get so screwed up with them.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other... the parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though.
Okay. Couple of things we can try to go after her here. Don't press E, don't press E, don't press E. One of these that, I have this recollection that Emma said that the phone hung up before when she answered, before they could say anything, so, we could try to go on that. It doesn't say that anywhere here, and also, it could be that she tried to speak into it, and, didn't, but the phone was offline already by then, so, that's why Emma didn't hear anything. The other thing we need to consider is that telephone is hidden well behind that partition. Now, because that was amended to the testimony, I feel like we should press her on that. The only problem is, but I might be overthinking this,
is that had she like run up already, caught up with her. But then the struggle was happening at the oil drums, which were definitively on the other side of the partition, even though they're not shown here. So I think that's our angle of attack. I'm gonna go on that before I go on the phone thing. Is be like, how could you see her on the phone as you claimed, since there's a partition in the way? She tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. I think again, because it's a little misleading, because it says here earlier that she caught up to her, but I still feel like this is like happening while she was still watching, like she wasn't caught up yet when this call happened. We know that the phone was next to the car and the oil drums there. So yeah. That's gonna be my mode of attack next time, and hopefully it's gonna lead to results, because if not, I'm gonna have to sweat a little more about how we take Ms. Starr down on this. But like I said, we're out of time. That's all for next time. So this has been really exciting. I am really enjoying this case. No worries anymore about this one. I'm like really into it. So I hope it's going to be as exciting next time, and I hope it'll be as exciting for you guys to watch. Catch you all then. Bye-bye.